Hello and welcome, Salaya here, and welcome to the new episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. And in this episode, we are going to start building more industries for these people as they started to escaping, lots of unemployed people. So let's build these guys some more industry. Now I'm not sure exactly what should I start with, but let's start with something. So maybe we should start with I don't know. Let's set up some electronics assembly. We need plastics for these electronic components. We need the steel and chemicals for these and plastics. So let's start with the chemicals, I suppose, and plastics. So plastic requires 10 tons of chemicals. What worries me is this chemical plant. Where is it? Uh, t- 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 Okay, so I cannot find it right now, but it's somewhere here. So this chemical plant only produces like 0.5 tons of chemicals. So I think we are going to need more than one of these chemical facilities. And yes, they require oil as well, so we're going to bring oil. Okay, let's somehow build them somewhere. But also we need to mind where our railroad will be. It's going to be somewhere here. Okay. So let's try to build few of these, maybe even 5 or 6 chemical plants, And they require lots of power too. Alright. So let's try to build like few of them next to each other, maybe like this. And where should we build them? I think here. We can start here, it's okay. They need wood, we can gather wood from here. They need gravel, we can get gravel there. And then crops we're going to get as well. Only 0.5 tons, that's really not a lot. Four of them for now might be just enough. Let's lower this land, we might need to make some like forklift working area and so on. Alright, so it's my wife asking about something, potatoes or something. Did you cut potatoes? And yes, I did cut potatoes. So let's see what can we do with this. Now these guys they require gravel. They require oil. We're going to bring tank of oil here, so that's okay. And crops. They require crops and wood and gravel. So maybe how can we make this for crops? This thing holds crops in it. That's it. Okay, so we can put one of these for crops. Maybe one of these for crops. That might be even better idea. So this one is going to be for raw materials. So we're going to bring raw materials here to this one. All right. So let's build it somewhere like here, maybe, I don't know. So we're going to put crops there. And what more do we need? We are going to need gravel storage and wood storage and oil. Oil we're going to build, so gravel and wood. Okay. We are going to need something for wood, medium storage, or maybe even a small storage. Goes, and they're going to need something for gravel as well, so I suppose aggregate storage. Obviously cars are going to bring that in, trucks are going to bring that in, as they don't actually use a lot of gravel, so we can do that with trucks. No need for setting up like conveyor belts and so on. So let's try to build this thing. We can maybe even take a small storage, honestly. Let's try with small storage. Like this. And now let's try to make the forklift line. If you ask me, I'm honestly not sure exactly how to make that work, but we're going to try anyway. So I can notice one thing right away. We should turn this around. We should turn it around because I want the road connection to be on the other side, so forklift lines are not interrupted in any way. And the railroad line, we might set up that. Okay. So let's try to set up forklifts. So forklift garage. I should set them up like this, I suppose. Few garages, like 3 or even 4. Maybe like here and here, and one here, I suppose. Let's see how will that look like. I've never built these fork lift things before, so I'm not sure what to expect, honestly. Okay. How about this? Works. This works. This works. Okay. This works. That's good. But this one does not work. Oh, I see. You have to be even more careful with that thing. Delete that. Okay, great. There it goes. So one connection here. Oh, this is much better. Look at that. Yep. Really? Okay. Now we should do the similar thing here. Just wondering, will it be okay? So far so good. Not good. A little bit painful, honestly, sometimes. I hope it's okay like this. It is, who could say? Good. Well, that wasn't very hard. Eesh. Maybe it will work like this. It does. We can even make one more forklift garage here. Yeah. That turned out to be pretty good. So chemicals production is here. And here they will get crops, they will get wood, they will get gravel they need. And we have 4 plants and 4, let's say, sets of forklifts to work. So that's kind of pretty good. That's kind of pretty cool. No, time to set up roads as well. Yeah, this road is going to be a little problem to set up. Probably won't need this railroad anyway, so really. Things in this game aren't easy to achieve, you see. They are really sometimes no comment. No way this is gonna work. Okay, let's fill this up with forklifts. Last chance to buy this truck. Well, we probably won't need it very much anyway. Let's just forget about the truck. Okay, so we're going to make 2 tons of chemicals, and forklifts are going to like deal with the distribution of every resource needed for chemicals, and probably for chemicals themselves. We could also build another warehouse where chemicals will be stored, and trucks can take care of that. So, okay, chemicals done. What do we need here to add is to add some bus station before it's not too late. A huge bus station, just like this maybe. So let's first play with the roads. So I have to play with roads like this. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. I haven't planned anything in advance. This is just improvising. We are yet to see is it going to be good or not, because you usually discover it later when you do something wrong and have to expand things and whatever, and see that there is now enough room for fixing or expanding something, and you can't even fix it without like breaking 100 things around. So let's put a bus station somewhere here, because what's the point of all these factories if we can't have a bus around? Maybe even 2 stations. If you're going to make 2 stations, it could be 2 smaller stations, honestly. How about like this? Why do I do that like that? Because I want to order these things to go to certain factories, and with 1 station you can only order them to 5 different places. As you see, we already have 4 factories. We haven't even built construction of any other resource. For example, plastics factory. 15 tons of plastics they need. And let's see how much these industries need. They need. Actually, it doesn't say how much they can use. They can use 2.3 tons, 1.5 tons. They can make 15 tons, but they need like 10 tons of chemicals, which is like what? These guys, they use oil and they use chemicals. So we might want to set them up somewhere here, honestly. Plastics. And this requires plastics and mechanical. This requires steel, chemicals, and plastics. How big is this factory? Well, I don't know, sounds like a decent idea to set it up here, why not? I mean, like, trucks are going to do driving, exporting, importing, not a big deal. We should build 1 warehouse there, I think. Because when we build cars, we're going to need the... Yeah, we're going to need components separately. And mechanic parts. And having a warehouse for that will be probably a good idea. So having some warehouse for these things is probably a decent idea. Can we fit you in somewhere? No, we cannot fit you there. But we should be able to fit you here. And a nice little cozy warehouse over here. Let's see, let's look into that. Can't really pull any street here. Nor it's a good idea to do that. This wasn't a very good idea. It would have been a better idea if we built it like this, honestly. And then even one more like this. But let's see, where should we fit our warehouse in? We can fit our warehouse in like that. Let's see how will that work. So far so okay. We can even maybe fit one more of these guys here. We should be able to. So let's delete this. Let's see how that goes. Ooh, not so well, honestly. Come on. Come on, stop. Let's see, will this work? It might. That was decent. Okay, now let's put the warehouse here. Hey, good. This was actually pretty decent. So these two factories are connected. One warehouse is connected with them. That's very nice. This seems to be pretty good for now. So we have electronics component factory. We have electronics assembly hall. We have lots of logistics to deal with that there, with all of this stuff. So let's see, plastics factory, how to build that. Construction related industry. We're not going to use almost any of these. Residential equipment for citizens, food and crops. No food and crops here, they will be somewhere else. We build chemicals, plastics factory, we need that too. So they use chemicals and they use lots of oil. I want to set up such factory somewhere here. However, these guys do require lots of plastics. Why they do? Yes, they need plastics. These guys need plastics as well. And plastics needs chemicals. We have this factory, another place, but never mind. I think these guys will manage to make enough plastics for everybody. So let's try to put them somewhere like maybe here. Yep. Okay. So we have a plastics factory, we have these guys, electronics factory, components, plastics, we have that already. Clothes and textiles, we're going to build that later somewhere. And these as well. Why? Because for producing cars, we're going to need plastics, we make that, electronics make, mechanics, electro components and fabric. So we're going to need some fabric as well. All right. So where can we build that fabric thing? Let's see. We're going to need crops. Crops are going to come here. They can be transported by trucks. And chemicals also. Oh. How much? 5 tons of fabric. They need 5 tons, and clothing factory can make... Okay, well, one factory should be enough for start. Should I make it like here? Why not? And clothes factory. I can make it right next to it. Maybe that's even a good idea. Or on this side. it's a little better idea here, I suppose. Okay. Let's just build up these guys, because we're going to pass road here. There it goes. And let's see what road should do. I should pull a road like this a little bit. Why? Because pipe needs to go here, so I don't want a road make a problem to the pipe going there. Alright, so let's see where people should export things. Where should they export their clothes? Their fabric. See, that's the thing we haven't solved. And where should they export their clothes? They can all export things here to this warehouse, I suppose so. Let's make a warehouse for them. Factories need warehouse. Factories need lots of warehouses. Wait a second. Yep. Let's set up one more guys like here. Maybe with the help of this tool. Let's see, can we connect it well with everything? Of course we can. We can connect it here, which is, I suppose, okay as well. Oh. Okay. Okay. But it seems to be decently interconnected. Okay, so we have here a fabric factory, we have here clothes factory, so they can easily exchange goods. They both can put their goods in this warehouse. Okay. Chemicals, they're pretty well connected as well. Plastics factory. Electronics, components and electronics. And they also have their own warehouse. This plastic guy doesn't really have a warehouse, but Maybe we should connect him to warehouse, or truck will solve that. Actually, we cannot put warehouse like everywhere, but trucks will solve that, so it's okay. Not a big deal. Both trucks and forklifts use fuel, so either one you use, you have to use fuel, and not a big difference there. There it goes. Goes. So pretty much intertwined. Well, thing we haven't built yet is the famous car factory. I hope these things are reachable to these boat stations, honestly. Probably any import will be done by truck, that's the thing. Okay. It's not even so expensive. It is. So this is a huge industrial center. But how are we going to export any of these things? I have no idea. Something like some export zone should probably be created separately or not. Maybe we can create it here, here, and there we go, kind of. Okay. Let's make also place for vehicles. That. We didn't really need two of these things. So how about this? Seems legit if you ask me. Seems well connected. And let's see how should we load vehicles and anything basically on a train, because we had that problem before if you remember. So cargo train station, so they are for loading steel, wood, prefab, bricks, electronics and anything basically, but not vehicles. Vehicles are automatically loaded here, which is really nice. So If we want to load like chemicals, we need a warehouse. Okay. If we want to load electronics, same thing there. Maybe we could build that cargo station over here or over here somewhere, maybe. Let's try to fit it in here. So trucks can load it. Let's see how good idea is that. For now, doesn't really look like a great idea. We have to export some of these things, so I suppose... Where is it? Oh. Now it can be built. Unbelievable. Oh, wrong one. Sorry, I sneeze. As I told you, for now doesn't seem like a good idea. Nope. Oh my god. Yeah. This is why I really dislike railroads. I mean, like, come on. It's like unbelievable how difficult it is to fit that thing around. I found it unbelievable, really. But, you know, I hope this will be good enough. It is so... Okay. Okay, so I suppose for now it looks good. This is place for vehicles, this is place for chemicals, textiles, whatever. Train station, open storage. Okay. Oh my god. Come on. Okay, that was I almost was surprised how easy was that. So this is quite huge industrial complex, but we're still not done with logistics of it because it has a lot of logistics. Where is the refueling station for trucks? They take fuel from here. Is it too far away from here? Well, no. Do we have forklifts here? Here, yes. Here, yes. And here, yes. Okay. We need more forklifts. And more forklifts. And more forklifts, and I hope this is going to work well. If it doesn't, I don't know what to do with it. I've never built these forklifts and then these industrial complexes like this before, because this is one of the new things added in the patch. And these guys should not buy their own fuel, so let's... Well, when I set up a truck, I will do that. And we are going to need a fire station, I suppose. Lots of things. Lots of things. Well, managing the whole Soviet Union, I suppose, or Soviet Republic is not an easy thing to do. What do you expect? Let's actually see, can I get the road passed through, like here. There. And then build a fire station. Might be tiny little bit more convenient like that. Oh, we can, good. One factory, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 and 5 factories for each one, so I suppose we're good with this industrial complex here. Logistics of it have to be worked out yet, quite a lot too. And yes, let's build the roads with the walkways around. They're a tiny bit more expensive, but they're much more useful when it comes to the workers walking around. And we haven't dealt with things such as electricity and logistics of everything and so on. So okay. I suppose that's it here for now. So everything goes in circle, everything is well connected. Oh, this isn't connected at all. Let's change that. Okay, so everything has a road connection to it. We can even pass the road here, maybe. That would be a great idea if we could. We can, awesome. Oh, great. That's really great. So basically this is the main lane here for all the industry. And they can turn around here, here, here. Well, building this complex was not that terrible and difficult. It wasn't easy, but it was like doable. And we can even connect everything here and here down there as well. So let's do that right away. Let's actually connect things like here and here. There he goes. Really overlaps reducing construction. Are you kidding me, man? Are you for real, man? There it goes. It doesn't overlap with anything anymore. Okay. We should connect these roads too. Alright. And more surprises to all of the story. We can connect everything here. There he goes. How cool is that? Alright, so everything is pretty much connected with roads, which is good. And what factories should we make? We actually should not construct this right now, because we have no resources for all of these things right now, as you might realize. This factory, clothing factory, fabric factory, we don't have lots of things that we yet need. Well, you can build a warehouse. As I told you, we need lots of logistics for this thing. So these various kinds of warehouses you can build. Okay, and let's build here one more electrical plant. So lots of work to do yet. I can simply continue this one, doesn't really bother us here. This thing, I'll just continue it. No need to move it around, let's be honest. Okay, so one more electrical power plant probably will be very useful investment here. Because as you might guess, these things do require lots of power, so coal intake might make a little bit of a problem. I hope not. How about make two of these plants here? Let's flatten these things a little bit. Should we? Okay. Let's try to bring coal there first. So coal from the storage came from here, directly here. But if we can bring it also around here somewhere, let's try that. There it goes. Okay. Is it doable? Really? Okay, so coal comes from here, that's good. And coal also can come from here. Oh, there he goes. Really, man? Okay. That's not really important road anyway, so we can still build on it. Amazing. That's pretty good. This is going to be problematic, as I suspected. Vehicles using that. Still in use? Come on. This might be a little bit tricky. Ish. This piece of road is a bigger problem. It is. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, why should there be a problem? Okay, well, this is great. This is amazing. So we can even build like 2 more plants over here. Is it not too far away, maybe? I don't think so. Well, let's try that. So let's try to build okay, is it doable? Of course it's not. Like really, how long do you plan to use it? Really? So do you think that's a good idea? Why did you start going here? Okay. Oh. Pretty cool. We can make it a little nicer, if you ask me. Much better. Okay, so coal arrived, that's nice. I agree we should make even 2 more plants. Of course, if it can be done. There it goes. Huh. I'm just wondering, how do you integrate? Oh, this is going to be easy to integrate. Great. That wasn't very difficult. This might be a little bit more difficult. Oh. Well, wow. No. Yeah. Here we got something. Okay. This one is done. How good is that? However, one problem remains. Walking paths for these guys. Ah, good. Let's see how integrated all is that. Can you go to the... Yes, yes, you can 240 meters, but you can reach it. That's amazing. Very good. But you know, we have one more problem here. What kind of buildings we have to manage? Processing plants and coal mine. These 3 buildings, and this is like 3, 4, 5. We can't manage all of these buildings, you know. And neither can this guy over here. Let's see, you need to go here, here. That's 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, you know what? How about you go wherever you want, huh? What happens then? Here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. And these guys also have to work with 6 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. But this guy has 6. That's a little bit of a problem, you know. Okay, so let's try to... You go to the mine, okay. Coal processing plant 1 and 3, oh, really? No, I have to like delete all that. I have to let these things build up. Yeah, they're not going to be very fast with that. That's okay. Okay, in the meanwhile, let's try to reintegrate all of these. Actually, we could do that in the next episode, honestly. This was too long, so let's try next episode to reintegrate all of these systems into something usable and understandable. So let's see what we've got there, what we've got about that. Thank you very much for now, and see you in the next episode. Bye.